Good afternoon. It's August 5th, 2020. This is a Allstate claim for Leah Young at 8302 Millington Court in Louisville, Kentucky. Here's the address confirmation, 8302. The purpose of this video is to do an examination on the feasibility of a shingle repair. A lot of our claims with Allstate these days, it has been requested by the adjusters to get video evidence showing before, during, and after of a video repair. So this is our attempt to try to work through those details and show whether or not these shingles can be repaired as part of a claim involving wind for this property. Should also be noted, there is some gutter damage. Something has struck this gutter from the inside out, it looks like. There's an outward ding damage in the gutter. It's possible that wind-borne debris or a tree branch from this tree above came down and struck that, and then subsequently this window is broken as well. There's a break there, and there's also a break right in the corner of the storm window pane. Also of note, these gutters are steel. I'll show from the inside, but there's rust buildup, and it's a very unique gutter profile. I've never seen this particular type of gutter anywhere on a commercial off-the-shelf type of deal. So the other thing is that these gutters do wrap all the way around the entire dwelling. As far as the main purpose of the video, we're not going for a shingle match right now. We're just simply trying to determine whether the shingles can even be repaired without doing subsequent damage to the surrounding shingles. Here's an example of a view of the inside of the gutter. You can see the rust build up there. So the gutters are really strong, but there is that indentation. And let's go and maybe try to examine that a little further. Here's where it is. Could actually be an outward strike here, but something windborne blew into this gutter and caused damage there and to the window area below. Here's an overview of the slopes. It's a combination of wind damage as well as some repairs. It was told to us by the insured that she was ordered by the insurance company to do repairs on her roof to maintain her coverage. So where you see those black shingles, that's examples of that. Another point of interest is that these aluminum vents here are pretty well beat up. There's been hail here on this roof. Hail, wind-borne debris, all kinds of different things have been in contact here. Okay? From the looks of it, it's been a combination of smaller and larger hail. This is our work area here. We're going to work on this shingle right here. It looks it's fractured. There's wind damage to a bunch of the surrounding shingles here, but on this particular shingle here, don't know where it starts and ends. We'll have to figure that out. But the shingles above do not appear to have any creases in them, and so we're going to try to remove this shingle, replace it with a replacement shingle Again, we're not going for a match. In this case, I have a spare dimensional shingle that we're going to cut down and put it in place. And the idea is to get a shingle in place and to see what is the result of the surrounding shingles. The tools we're working with are basic roofing tools. Got a roofer's hatchet, a flat bar, and a 5-in-1 tool. We'll use this to separate the glue so that we can be gentle with it. Don't want to manhandle these shingles. This bag is like a weighted bag, and I've got this glove so that I can try to position the camera down on the roof so that it'll hold it while I'm doing the work. So with that said, let's get started here. Let's see if I'm going to put a tool over here near the work area, make sure that we are in focus. And it looks like that'll probably work. Hopefully. Let's keep an eye on this thing. Make sure it doesn't fall while I'm working. Okay, one other thing. Let's label the damaged row. We'll call it D. And then the row above, we're going to call it row number 1. The row above that is going to be row number 2. And then the row above that is 3. And let me get my camera back out. Let's show what this looks like. So the damaged row is the area where we're replacing the shingle. Row number 1, 2, and 3 are the subsequent shingles above the replacement shingle. Should be noted that 3 itself actually has a crease in it. We're not counting that, but the rest of the tabs here are free of any observable damage. Okay. All right, so we'll start loosening up. Wow, these are all loose through here. Okay, well, those came up nice and easy. So that's good. That means we didn't have to use any heavy pressure to manipulate the shingles. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the row of fasteners. Let's see, where does this shingle start and end? Okay, so this is where the shingle labeled number 1 is. That's the seam. So we're going to remove this here, here, and here. We're going to remove those fasteners, and then there's a second row of fasteners up above. We're going to remove those as well, so that we can remove the shingle and put in the new one. Okay. All right, perfect. Now we will use the flat bar for this. That gives us the ability to pry up under the screw or the fasteners, nails, fasteners, however you want to label it. Let's see that. Still down right there. Okay. Okay. All right, here's the broken piece here, which you probably already saw. All right, now the first row of fasteners is out. Now we've got to get that second row here. sometimes these nails want to go right back down into the hole where they came out of, you know. These are really short nails too. I mean, like ½ inch or something. Yep, here we go. All right, so here is our damaged shingle right here. We got the missing tab, which is broken in the very beginning. Got mosquitoes floating around out here. And what we're going to have to do too is we're going to have to trim the new shingle down to the size of the old shingle. But this is a good time to take a look at where things are. I'm going to bring the camera over. Okay, we're still rolling. So there's the old shingle. Here is rows 1, 2, and 3 above. And from my point of view, it does look like we're starting to get some cracking going on through here on these shingles here. Rows 1, row 2, I don't see so much yet. The shingles are wet right now, though. Row 2 here, some little bit of granule loss right in here, but row 1, definitely seeing some cracking through here. Here, okay, oh, right here, okay. So let's get the replacement shingle prepared. Make sure this thing is still rolling here. Okay. I'm going to go out of the work area, trim this down so we can get it to the correct size. I don't want to damage anything below. I need to get right along that line there, so let's go ahead and cut there. Well, all right. All right. Okay. So here we go. Our nice mismatched shingle, but again, that's not the purpose of this video. We're not going for match. It doesn't matter what kind of a match there is on this one, because if the shingles aren't repairable, they're just not repairable. All right. You might have heard of a brittle test. Some carriers use those as evidence of whether a shingle can be repaired or not. According to the Hague brittle test method, what a person would do in the field would be to lift the shingle 45 degrees upwards and then determine if there's any granule loss when they brush the shingles off. So how that might look might be something like this. Okay, so we'd have fasteners here, and you would lift up the shingle 45 degrees, and then afterwards you'd brush out the remnants. If you lose any granules, if it's pretty obvious, then the shingle is considered brittle according to Hague. That's a nice test. The problem with that test is that in order to put the fasteners where we need them to be in this shingle here, by lifting the shingle only 45 degrees, the nail has to go here. And so how do you get your hammer in there without striking the edge of the shingle? So you actually have to lift the shingle a little bit higher in order to support getting the nail in without doing damage to the edge of the shingle above. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to lift these shingles just high enough that we can get the nail in. So right here, this is where we need to be. So I'm going to go ahead and drive in that shingle there. And this being a laminate shingle, we're going to go ahead and give it, rather than 4 shingles, we're going to go ahead and give it 5, just because that's the standard for that. So again, we'll go over here to the end. Okay, got 2 shingles in there. 3. 4. And number 5. Aye. Okay, number 5. All right, now we also need to replace the missing fasteners up here that we had to remove in order to get that one in place. So we're going to we're going to go ahead and give it 5 shingles as well, 5 fasteners as well, sorry. No wonder something's a piece of grit on my hammer here. Okay. All right, so the new shingle is in place with the correct amount of fasteners. Let's take a look at things here. All right, I know that's a horrible match, but you can see on row labeled D, that's where the damage was. Okay, there's the shingle. And here on row number 1, we've got definite signs of cracking and granule loss right through here, through here. Same thing here. Okay. I know the roof is a little bit wet here, so it's a little harder to see, but on row number 2, there's a little bit of evidence right in through here. Okay, and row number 2 still, we've got, you can see how it sort of folds right there. The shingle is just really brittle, it's giving up. Okay, back to row number 1. You see that, how that folds. Okay, that folds right along the crease line that I was pointing out earlier. Okay, so repairability wise, I think this roof isn't going to pass the repairability test. My number is 410-656-9930. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I am doing everything I can to work with your customer. I know you guys are busy. I respect what you do. And let's see what we can do to get her taken care of. Here's just some additional examples of fractured shingles here. on the roof. Everything here is brittle. Everything here is breaking. To do shingle replacements anywhere on these slopes is just going to be futile because things are going to break. All right, thanks a lot. Have a nice day.